You know what, Chris, on some real shit, the more and more I think about it, like, I don't know if I could choose or pick a better husband for Wrigley than you.
That's really nice. Thank you.
So, like, it doesn't bother me as much that she's up under you like that because I think you're going to treat her right.
You hear that, babe?
But you have to take Nucky with you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a package deal.
That would suck. You fall in love with this beautiful woman and she makes you take her.
Wrigley's okay looking.
What do you mean? She's
got like kind of
beautiful to
beady
me.
eyes and like.
Don't get in my head about how beautiful.
I don't want to make
Wrigley
fun of your
is.
girl, but she's a little insecure too. She needs to chill out.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you
But I
speak
kind
life
of
into
prey
her?
on that, you know?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you got it. Look at her. She just leaned back when she heard that.
Yeah, she's like, he makes me feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, now I'm spending so much time around Hendrix, and Hendrix is so fucking attractive. He's so cute. He's the cutest thing you've ever goddamn seen.
I just walked my daughter down the aisle. I just literally held her hand as she approached the fucking pulpit, and literally you just told me that you are now going to not only fuck a different dog, you're also coming out the closet. It's a male dog.
Okay, look, love is love. Okay,
No, I don't have a problem with you coming out the closet. I'm just more saying you're putting a lot of shit into one. Like I didn't know you were gay, and then now you're like, I'm gay and I fuck dogs.
said he was a beautiful, attractive dog. I didn't.
Have
say
you done
that.
anything with him? You get your hand off my daughter, you son of a bitch.
We've just done hand stuff.
What does that even mean? He doesn't even have hands. That means you've done hand stuff.
Just paw stuff.
Paul, what does that even mean?
Just heavy paw.
That sounds crazy.
Some heavy petting.
Heavy petting.
Yeah.
Does he need 2 paws on it?
I don't even know what that means. Do you see? I did start a conversation this weekend.
I did see that.
Wondering if dogs have knees. And if they do, how many knees do dogs have?
Yeah, which is like a great high fucking question.
I was looking at a dog and I was like, wait a fucking second.
So number one,
they have little frog legs in back. Do these count as knees?
I have a couple questions for you. First of all, how do you know dogs don't call these things arms?
You mean so they're elbows?
They're all elbows. They're not. What if dogs are like, I have 4 arms? What the fuck are you talking about? And we're like, you have 4 legs. And they're like, no, I have 4 arms.
I'm a 4-armed creature.
I'm a 4-armed creature, and you guys have had it wrong this whole time.
And I walk on my
If
arms.
that's the case, they have, what, 4 elbows? Or like,
Wait.
then it would still be like, they got like elbows and knees on each leg arm. This is a leg arm. There's an elbow and a knee.
Would this be the knee? Or would this
No,
fucking
that's the
thing
wrist.
be the knee?
That's the fucking wrist right there, first of all.
This is an elbow?
That's closer to the elbow. No, that's an elbow. That's all elbows, man.
Okay, where's the shoulder? Is there still a shoulder in here?
Okay, so is that a...
Oh, that is a shoulder.
Is that a... There's a shoulder. Shoulder, but you never gave your dog a massage?
That's the knee?
You've never massaged your dog and gave them like an actual shoulder rub down? But look, that's the elbow. That's the wrist. Or is that the ankle?
Feels like that's an ankle.
Looks
and
like a
that's
wrist.
That's a knee.
Looked like she said, okay, it was the wrist. You never done it with your ankle. Try it with your ankle.
Like
Okay,
that?
yeah, do it with your ankle. Not even a real thing. Stop it. Don't even do it.
Oh, because it goes like that. You're
Yeah.
saying he couldn't do that with
It's
his
a
hind
she,
leg.
first of all. Why are you talking about my daughter like that?
She couldn't do
She's right there next to you. Now, Hendrix, look at her. Oh, she's so amazing. Are you dirty, Rick? I just cleaned you.
What was funny is that a lot of people answered, or not a lot, but a number of people answered 8 knees.
8 knees.
And I was like, those people are stupid.
I also felt like you could just look it up.
I had a vet answer. I had a...
What'd the vet say?
They said that these are elbows and that the only things are the knees and the back.
So what the fuck are you looking at me crazy when I call those elbows?
I just think it's...
I started the day
I
off
don't
telling-
agree with the vet.
You don't agree with the person
I mean,
who
yes, the
studies this.
the vet is correct, but I don't like that, and I can disagree with it. I can disagree with a lot of things.
Okay,
you know?
but you were going to bring up the fact that you have the actual answer and you're still asking the question. That's a different whole nother level.
Another person who
of
does
fucking-
insurance for pet injuries answered me, and I feel like they had
Not a real
different,
thing.
I
First
feel
of all-
like they
first
had
of
a
all-
different answer.
They said I do insurance for pet injuries.
I think so. I had a lot of back and forths about whether dogs have knees.
You
or
dove
not.
deep into this.
It was a fun little day in the park. You
It
know?
sounds fun, and the answer is 2 knees.
I think the answer is 4 knees because they're 4 legs.
I didn't ask you what you think or what you wanted to be.
The vet says
But
the
you have a
answer is
problem
2
swallowing
knees.
the fact that you're wrong. What the vet say?
The
2 knees.
vet says the dogs have 2 knees.
2 knees and what? 2 elbows.
2 elbows.
So they're the same as us.
Yeah, they're saying basically us and the dog are the same creature.
Okay.
They sent me a diagram. It's hilarious. It's
So-
on my Twitter.
You know what? So maybe I don't have a problem with you marrying my daughter. After all, if you're the same.
That was my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, let's do it. Welcome to Wine and Weed. I am your host, or one of your hosts, Sterling Steelo Brim, a.k.a. Skateboard Steve. I'm forgetting my fucking AKAs. Skateboard Steve, a.k.a. S to the B to the best of the breed, a.k.a. is that third leg. No, it's just me, a.k.a. Concerned Father, a.k.a. Black Mama, a.k.a. RP Black Mamba, a.k.a. Steezington, a.k.a. that dude I haven't said in a while, a.k.a. what is it? Quarantine Corona Companion?
Yep.
And a.k.a. I'm fucking your bitch.
That would have been a good one for me since Wrigley's a female dog.
Oh.
So I am fucking your bitch in
Don't
this
talk to me
scenario.
like that, fam. You're not going to just say that to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to just let that shit rock. That's my daughter. You're not fucking nobody's bitch. You're fucking my daughter.
I mean, she is like a vet would categorize her as a bitch.
I don't care what the vet says. I don't like the vet's answer. Okay? You just had your whole thing with the vet. Y'all got into it about
well.
Here we are.
And I'm Chris Reinacher, a.k.a. the Connoisseur, a.k.a. the Goop in your gaff. I'm sorry. A.k.a. Just Said Water, a.k.a. Speed Bump, a.k.a. Corona Cowboy, a.k.a. Bingo Caller Companion. I just want to do that.
Bingo?
Bingo. I'm just mad. Every week I sit down here and like during AKAs I go, fuck, I didn't organize bingo again.
That's your fault, because literally last week I think there was something that you said that I loved.
I said,
I was like,
do
we
it
should
next
put that
week.
on. And you were like, it's
I
gonna
have a
be
board.
here next
Yeah.
week.
I did travel to San Francisco this week to stay.
Fuck
in
that,
an
do our
apartment.
board and our promises that you just broke.
It's
to all
just
of us.
I like left immediately after our show last week. I just came back, so I forgot to bring the board.
You broke promises not only to me, but to all of us. Please
I can do it
voice
in
your
post.
concerns and your comments about you're disappointed in Chris for not bringing us Corona Bingo.
But write your Corona bingos in the comments, because next week we'll do them. If you're confused about what Corona bingo is, yeah, I'm promising it again. Yes.
No. I'm not mad at the promise. You're a fucking fake promiser. That's fine. I'm more mad that you just asked him to do your work for you. You were like, write in your Corona
We
Bingo.
can all do it together. It's a game we can all play.
I thought you had to make the board and then
Yeah.
we fucking select. So how you tell them to write down what's on the board?
What I'm saying is that so the way the Corona Bingo works is that we have a bunch of things that might happen in 2020. And I want a bunch of examples. Some people might have ideas, and I want to incorporate them into the game. I don't have to just think of everything.
Steal your ideas, guys. But
I'll
please put
steal
them down
their
there. We
ideas,
love it.
And I'll
We love
sell them for money. And today we are smoking this.
Well, I don't know if we've ever referred to anything on the show as this, but yes, orange sativa. I haven't tried this. I don't know.
So we're trying Pacific Stone. Is
yes,
that
orange sativa.
Orange sativa. It smells exactly like oranges, to a suspicious level.
And we're gonna keep it on the fruit vibes. Don't know why I said that. And this company,
AKA Fruit Vibes.
Fruit Vibes, all over here. And this company is Bloom Farms, and it's blueberry haze. So
And
we're
we're
gonna try orange and blueberry.
And we're drinking an Edna Valley Chardonnay. Edna Valley, a place that I can picture in my head because it's near where I grew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, Arroyo Grande is on the freaking back of the...
How many Ednas do you think were born in Edna Valley?
Just one.
You don't think people were like, oh, shit, I love the name Edna? Like,
I'll also name my daughter Edna.
would you? It's the worst
No.
name to ever exist.
If I lived in like 1924, maybe.
Yeah, how are people like choosing names back then? Like, you want my Edna? That was nice. I
Yeah,
guess-
what was the transition in between like biblical names and like modern names? Like, where the fuck did Agnes come from?
Yeah, who was the first person that was like, no, I don't like that whole Moses thing. I'm going to go for...
Bertha. I'm going to go Bertha. It's like a hot new name.
Yeah. Or Ashley. Ashley's not biblical. Yeah, Ashley.
No, but Ashley feels like that happened in like the 70s, 80s. Like there were all these old ladies' names like Gladys. When was Gladys like the new...
What run did it have?
Yeah, when was it the hot young name?
As soon as Gladys Knight dies, that's when it's over. That's the last Gladys we'll have. I love Gladys Knight.
No other Gladys younger than that.
Yeah, there can't be many Ednas left. Keep fighting, Edna. If you're listening to this show and you're watching Wine and Weed, keep fighting.
And of course, joining us via pre-tape satellite, it's John Ross. What's up, John Ross?
Hey, what's good, everybody? It is I, John Ross, aka the gorilla in Manila, the chef from 50 First Dates, Spider-Man's best friend, the nose that knows, the article assassin, Terry Khalifa, and of course, Big Sexy with the glasses.
John Ross, you fucking crazy, fam.
Big Sexy with them glasses.
You sexy. You don't look too big no more. Okay. We don't know what John said, y'all.
I miss John.
I miss John too. John, when you coming back, fam?
Yeah, enough of this quarantine. Think so because
I think John big chilling.
Yeah, I think he's. He said to me, he's like, I'm an introvert anyway, so this works with my personality.
Yeah.
Collaborative work.
How have you been doing?
In quarantine?
Yeah, like how you feel in quarantine? Are you at the point, have you reached that point yet where you're like, fuck this noise? Because it's easy to reach that point in LA. I mean, like I was talking about this shit before when people were like, oh, everybody doing this, or everybody going outside. I was like, I realized it wasn't that people were like disciplined and like, we're quarantined, we're disciplined. It was just that weather was just shitty. So, and they just were like, oh, it's raining, y'all stay inside. So I'm asking you, how are you dealing with it? Are you at the point where you're like, fuck this, I want to go outside?
I'm chilling. I'm doing a lot of biking, and biking is kind of a really low risk activity because I wear a bandana and I never stop and I never pass anyone within 6 feet.
You never stop? Where the fuck do you bike at?
Like I'm never stopping and like talking to people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but also my sister's apartment was vacant in San Francisco, so I just spent a week up in San Francisco in my sister's dope ass apartment.
Should I trust you?
I mean, I thought about that, but we were being good at social distancing.
You didn't even tell me that, fam. How you gonna just run up on me like that? No, you did tell me.
Yeah, I was like, what?
They didn't know. I could have gotten into a whole fight.
I know. I didn't post from San Francisco because I thought people were going to be like, what are you doing traveling? But like, I think it's actually incredibly low risk.
But you drove too.
I drove?
I mean, people are flying places.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
actually flying. Did you see that Naomi Campbell was on Instagram and she had a fucking, what is it again? Hazmat? No, is it
hazmat suit?
Hazmat suit. She had a whole hazmat suit on the actual airplane. She had a full hazmat suit.
Not a bad idea.
No, I was like, if you can afford it, I get it.
Yeah, because like that is the place that you're gonna get it.
Is that what everybody gonna be doing? Is that gonna be the next step? Is everybody gonna be like, fuck it, we hazmat up? And if you don't, the airlines just give you one. I just solved your fucking problems, airline. $50.
Wow, add a hazmat suit.
Add hazmat suits. It's included in your ticket. When you board, it's one on your seat. You have to put it on.
Do you get to keep it or no?
Yeah, you got to keep it. They're disposable. They're plastic. Yeah, of course, you're going to get into that problem of like, oh, plastic, or run through plastic. But yes, you definitely get to keep it because they don't want it. And nobody's going to fly with an airline that's like, we wash ours.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm not trusting you motherfuckers, Southwest.
But is there just like a changing station where everyone's putting on hazmat suits?
I don't think you're changing. I think you're putting it over your clothes.
But I mean, where? Like in security?
It shouldn't be. No, I'm saying literally you board the plane. If it's on your seat like a blanket.
Yeah, but it feels like you're going to get it as you board the plane.
Yeah, that may be the case. Maybe fucking ways is fucking figuring this out. I was more just saying that you at least supply that. And I think people are afraid on the actual plane more than they are outside of the plane because they're like, on the plane is where all the coughing goes down, where all the bullshit goes down. And it's the recycled air they use within the actual ventilation systems that people are like, oh, well, that's how I got sick. So you get sick so easy because people will cough up in fucking 31B and it'll fucking hit you in 45C.
It'll be there for the next 5 hours.
Yeah, it's there for 5 hours as you're trying to fly. So you're like, oh, I'm sick. So I think that would at least solve some of those issues. Are there kinks and things that we can figure out? 100%, but I also just was talking,
Speaking of just talking, let's get into the stories of the week.
Yeah, high energy, we're back. I don't know if we ever left from this.
Coronavirus, FC Seoul sorry after accidentally using sex dolls to replace fans in empty ground. FC Seoul has apologized after they accidentally used sex dolls rather than normal mannequins to populate their stadium for Sunday's game at home in Gwangju. The K-League 1 game was being played without spectators as part of efforts to combat the coronavirus pandemic. FC Seoul said that their supplier, which provides both sex dolls and clothing mannequins, has let them down, having apparently assured the club that the dolls were not adult products. We have confirmed that the mannequins were made as if they were real but had nothing to do with adult products, insisted a club statement. But the problem was we failed to make detailed checks, which is our fault without a doubt. In a statement posted on Instagram after the 1-0 win, the club said they were deeply sorry for what had happened. I just want to comment and say that these are very high quality. That it's insane.
All right.
I love that they're like, this is a family game. And it's like, if your child realized that the mannequins were sex dolls, they're already too far gone.
Yeah, like, first of all, nobody's gonna. First of all, you have to fuck the sex dolls for them to become sex dolls, guys. Like, they're just not sex dolls. They're like sex dolls when you start fucking them. So as long as they're just sitting in the crowd and they're fully clothed, why would we have a problem with this? Secondly, I think I like this article for different reasons. I liked it because I like to always think about the future and adaptation and where things could possibly go. And I was like, man, that's crazy that there will possibly be a day that real fans or fans are not allowed to go to. I love that I got defensive for the sex
Real
dolls.
fans?
Like real fans. I was like, well, fans. I don't want to call them. I was like, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
you're this whole entire thing is very respectful of sex dolls in general. Like, they're not a sex doll until you have sex with them, and they could be fans though. They could be legitimate fans of Korean baseball.
But I also, it's
It's
soccer.
football. Oh, it's soccer.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's football, soccer. Yeah. But I also just feel like, okay, even if they are sex dolls, is this where sports are headed? Where you have to have fake fans in the stands to feel the sensation of people being there, and then are you adding audio as well? Because they do have stadiums that have actual background audio.
Yeah.
I think the Atlanta Falcons got in trouble maybe 3-4 years back because they were putting too much audio into the real fans. The real fans were yelling and stuff, but they were putting their own audio and making the stadium so much louder. So it was a distraction to players.
That'd be so weird to be sitting next to the speaker and just have it being like,
I think they were all under seats and stuff, so you don't know it.
mm.
I think it's just giving you more of a fucking rumble of vibrations, and
It must be so surreal for the players. It must be just so weird.
yeah. But also, you're not returning these sex dolls. Where they going? They're
Also-
passing out one to each player, 100%.
Some janitor was like, "Why did you tell them?
Yeah.
We just had a harem of sex dolls that we could just have full access to."
I'm pretty sure everywhere
Who snitched?
everywhere you look, there's, I don't know, I'm going to assume this. If you look online right now and search sex dolls and you get to the checkout, I'm pretty sure 99.9% sure it says no returns allowed. So with that being said, where are these sex dolls going is the question. I just think that's funny because in my head I'm like, yo, we all got to get rid of them, or you don't. Secondly, they are clothed, but if you are getting rid of them, who are you giving them to? And can Chris Reinacher get one with a pair of VR goggles? No, I'm joking. I'm just saying, where's it going?
Yeah, where are all these mannequins going? Like, we've never. I like to imagine,
mannequins.
like, if they're filling stadiums with mannequins.
That's what I'm saying. They're sex dolls.
And sex dolls. Well, they're filling them with mannequins and sex dolls.
Well, I think they sent them all sex dolls. They ordered mannequins.
all sex dolls. I
That-
thought just like a few rows were sex
No,
dolls.
I believe this company
That
does.
feels like they wasted so much money. It must be so much cheaper to make a mannequin than a sex doll.
But this company said they make both. So I think they just sent the order of like, hey, we somehow mixed up the order of 10,000 fucking sex dolls for 10,000 mannequins. It's like, number one, you knew what you were saying.
Mannequins are like plastic though. Like sex dolls are like silicone and.
There's
I
a
guess
picture,
they have
yeah.
big old
the
boobs.
pictures, yeah. That was also the person. How many people do you think saw?
That mannequin has way too big of tits.
That's not a mannequin. How many people do you think saw the game or watching the game and were like, I know that's a sex doll, but I also can't let anyone know that I know that's a sex doll.
Is that?
And then
Tina?
one dude was like, that's a sex doll.
Yeah. No. I have proof. Look at my closet.
Same exact fan.
I mean, unless Tina's at the game, that's Tina. Tina. Dad, who's Tina?
He comes in his closet. He realized Tina is at the game. She's gone. She's in the first row rooting.
Tina. Sex dolls are like, it's our world now. We don't need to wear masks.
Oh, sex dolls don't need to wear masks.
Sex dolls can't catch corona.
Until next
It
week.
must be a great time to
The
be
first
a
sex doll has got corona.
Why are they testing sex dolls
They're
before
testing-
people?
Oh, God. Get in line, ma'am. You're after the cat.
A lot of sex dolls have antibodies for coronavirus.
Yeah.
What are we finding out?
What?
Why are we learning this information?
So it's been super popular, huh? Yeah, it's just my the NBA has toyed with the idea of them coming back. And,
My question is, what do you think should be in the audience? Like, what's the best?
well,
What's the best idea to put in the audience?
well, that's what I'm saying. As America is behind more than the other countries as far as COVID-19 goes, I've toyed with ideas in my head of how do you do it. The UFC started back in Florida this past week or 2 weeks ago, and they don't have an actual audience at all. What? Why'd you look at that like that?
I was gonna light it up.
Oh yeah, that's fine. The UFC, they didn't have any audience at all. The fights just sound more brutal. You can hear every punch.
Is that true? Have you watched them?
Oh yeah, you can hear.
It's
every,
like,
you can. No, it's not. It's like, pop. Like you're hearing like crack sounds on motherfuckers' faces, and being like, oh goddamn. The UFC. So you got people. You got those things going on. The NBA is toying with the possibility of coming back. They'll probably come back with no fans. We'll probably start filming ridiculousness soon with no fans. So I just think that, I don't know. I think for sports it's so much different. You feed off the fans. You feed off the vibrations in comedy as well, but you feed off the fans in sports. I just don't know.
Yeah, it'll be weird doing a show to a empty crowd.
Yeah, but then how?
Because you do your shows live, basically.
Yeah, but yeah.
So that'll be weird.
Well, no, we shot 3 episodes already with no
I
crowd.
mean, I guess we do it without crowd, so you're used to performing without a crowd.
No, but it's still
Knowing
ridiculous.
you're
We've
funny.
never done it without
Yeah.
a crowd. So we've done 3 episodes without a crowd. And I think one of them came out recently. Didn't watch. I should watch it just to see how it played on air. Because we didn't have any crowd there. We had 3 different episodes. But I'm just more like, how do you even control this thing? Like if you were to be like, we're going to bring sex dolls, I imagine people would be like, oh, we're going to start to manipulate or look into the audio of having fans roar and your home court advantage. The more I think about that, I'm like, well, how do you not play with that if you're the fucking guy that's like, I control all the audio in the stands? You can always just make it super loud and make it where it's like the fans are super excited. You're like, but no, you're losing by 20. Turn the fucking fans down or do like, that's where I'm kind of like that human connection.
Yeah.
It's kind of missed. That's who you do it for. You look into the fucking crowd as you're hooping.
I got an idea.
And you see motherfuckers and you like, yo. Like, it's go time. Well, nigga, you talking shit, fam. I'm about to drag his ass. I'm about to cross this dude up. Now you have none of that. You have to look at a sex doll and think, oh, God damn, my dick is hard.
But she's a fan.
I want to fucking play my game. I can't focus with these sex dolls. They knew that. Dennis Rodman's like, I can never play. I can never play when it happens.
I like a basketball wife being like, why were you late? Why did you come home late last night? Did you meet some fans?
Did I meet some? I don't even know. I didn't meet any fans. These are the same fans that they've had for years now, and these are not any different fans. Seriously.
Are you saying your fans for years were sex dolls to you? Is that what you're saying?
My fans.
Look, sex dolls aren't sex dolls till you have sex with them.
That's true.
And they can be fans.
If nothing else,
I got a Wall-E idea. Like, this might be super dystopian and weird, but let's say Dell gets involved. I'm saying Dell because I think Apple's making too much money to get involved. But let's say Dell is like, we got an idea. And Dell and Skype, another struggling company, decide to get together so you can go watch from a seat in the audience, live stream for cheap, for maybe like $10 or something. You can get a ticket, and there's a screen in the audience where your face is there. So you're basically zooming into the baseball game.
Oh, that's super cool.
With like 2,000 other people, but you actually have the camera from the seat that you are in.
Oh, that's cool. It sounds rather expensive.
Well, but Dell cool. And Skype will put money into it.
It is cool because what's it called? Past 3 years from Oculus to whoever, all of those brands, all of those companies had already started doing VR games. You could
watching in VR.
We could watch them from home.
Oh, that's cool.
But you could buy a courtside seat and watch from home.
Oh, that's really.
And you literally feel.
That's it. That's the idea, I think.
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to shit on the idea. I was about to tell you what they've already been doing. It's like you can go to a fight VR, ringside. You can go to a fucking basketball game VR, courtside. You can go to a football game VR, 50-yard line. So you get the sensation of being there but not being there while you're still in your fucking living room.
That's great.
It's really cool. I think that will now expedite.
What I'm saying is that I'm also giving the players that you were talking about the advantage to see people in the crowd.
100%. No, that's what I said. I like that. But then, Yeah, I guess.
But it's weird and like Wall-E future, like what the fuck is? It's like creepy to look out into a crowd and see a bunch of people and a bunch of screens.
Yeah, but how
and
offended?
people will pull their dicks out.
How offended would
it's
you?
It's gonna be a mess.
Oh yeah. People pulling it. I didn't even think about that, but that's definitely the case. And also, like, how would you feel as a person if like one of your homies was like in the NBA or in the NFL or like in the fucking MLB?
I feel pretty cool, I guess. Oh wait.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah. I'm gonna he'd be like, come to my game tomorrow. Like, I'll get you a ticket. Like, do the Dale thing and like. Come to the game. You're like, okay, cool. And he's got you sitting like row 300 when you get there. You're like, this motherfucker put me up here, and he doesn't. I can't even be seen. So I feel like it only works for camera angle seats.
Right?
Are you paying extra money to sit fucking row 200?
Yeah.
You're sharing those seats. If the NBA wants to make money, then multiple people can buy that seat. So now you can sell at every fucking game and multiple seats are being sold. So now you can have 10 people buy the same seat.
My idea
now
is
you're making
definitely
so much
not
more
like
money.
Economically efficient.
No, I just made it make sense for you. Now you make money.
But then do you still get to see all the faces of all the people?
It's like a
that's
it's like
part
a,
of the fun.
It's like a kiss cam. So your face can be interchangeable.
What do you mean?
So I'm saying if I'm taking your idea, I'm saying that I don't hate it. I'm saying I'm willing to work with you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yes, let's start with that. I'm saying if you wanted to do that, if you want to partner with Dale or whoever, imagine if you had a courtside seat, right?
I also want to partner with Adele.
Cool, and Adele would be great too.
Yeah.
But imagine if you had a
courtside seat.
Courtside seats for depending on the game. Let's say Lakers. Courtside seat, one seat gonna cost you $4,000, $5,000, right?
Okay.
For one seat. If you sell that one seat, that's $5,000. The arena gets whatever. Cool. I'm saying that if you literally take all of those seats and if you can sell those seats to multiple people, so you kind of share, you kind of get the experience of seeing it all VR-ish courtside. You have that experience, but that person that's now the team and the arena, everybody, now you make more money because you sold that same courtside seat to 10 different people. So you're selling all the seats. So if you can imagine not $5,000 anymore, if you're just covering your costs. If people paying like $1,000 to sit courtside, I don't think that'll happen. But people say I'll pay $1,000 to sit courtside. Now you can sell 5 or 6 or 7 of those seats, and you're like, well, we covered our same cost.
I could definitely see that being done.
Yeah, I can see. That's what I'm saying. I can see that being done.
But then, what will it look like for the players? Will they put mannequins? Will they put cutouts?
But I'm saying to you,
or will they see the faces?
Look, if we're talking about adaptation, we're talking about continuing to progress and go forward into the future. Then I'm saying that you robot that motherfucker, and you have all of these seats, all of these kind of mannequin but robots in the seats. They're attached to the seats basically, and you have on their heads the faces interchange. So you have one face of you for.
You were picturing robots this whole time, like robots in every seat?
The sex dolls got me started, right?
I didn't know you were picturing robots this whole time. I love it.
Well, the sex doll was
more expensive. But
but you'll make your money back. It's more expensive. It's expensive to do business, but it's more expensive in the beginning. But you'll make your money back if you're selling all those seats to multiple people. So now each game, wherever you like one seat, $200 up in the 300 fucking section. Now you just sold 10 of that same seat. So now you're just.
And are you projecting the people who are watching its faces onto the robot?
Yes. I'm saying once when you have a profile, your face is in the profile.
What about the empty seats? Are you just gonna project a random face like those fountains in Chicago?
Yeah. You'll have maybe I'll make it. I'll keep going with this stupid idea, but great idea.
You know fountains in Millennium Park, and they have like the faces projected on them. That'd be so creepy to just see an audience full of those fountains faces.
But then I'm saying even if it's an empty seat, then you allow the players to choose what face they want.
They can like get a deep fake. They can just make like Tom Hanks at the game.
No, they all got 15 holes apiece. They gonna need them seats.
Oh, they're like, here.
They're like, all right, I'm gonna invite you to the game, and I'm gonna give you section. Here's your seat.
I think it sounds like a fun outing.
And it's great because you ain't gotta fly 15 bitches out at one time if you're an NBA player and be like, I don't know.
You're turning them into sex dolls again.
Wait, No, I'm not. No, I'm not. They can all stay in the comfort of their homes. The sex dolls are being forced to come to work. I think that then you're like, oh man, I gave all my chicks the same seat and all of them interchange. That's cool, right?
And it's like a courtside seat. Yeah. So every time you come down,
you might not want to put your holes in.
I know you might be like you might just be distracting from the game.
And you might be like my wife gets my courtside seat.
Oh, I was picturing that this basketball player did not have a wife.
I thought you were that I was picturing no affairs.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, oh, that's cool.
That's what I was picturing. No
That's
affairs.
fair too.
I was
Black men
picturing
don't.
that it was a single man with
Black
a
men
child.
don't cheat, and most of the NBA is black, so I get it.
Okay.
Cheers to that, Chris.
Sure. We'll draw out this.
Is that weed good?
We'll draw this out. It's pretty good. I didn't know if you wanted to pass back and forth. We were in the middle of a conversation because I didn't know about Corona and
Yeah,
stuff.
that one?
What?
That lighter, and then I'll pass.
Do you want to
it.
pass back and forth?
Yeah, I'll pass it.
All right, cool. Do you want to try this one?
I'm gonna smoke this one first.
Okay.
So I was saying, give me a lighter.
I was like passing it to you, but then I didn't know if you're not taking it because of the Corona.
That's not why. That's
Okay.
not why. Do you have Corona? Do you want to tell me that you have Corona?
No, I
Okay.
mean, I think I'm fine. I would be
You
pretty
think
safe.
you're fine?
Well,
have you been
know.
sick at all during Corona?
No.
Because I had a
just been
story.
hungover and had allergies, and one time, and it was like, "Fuck, I'm sick," and then I was like, "No, that was a hangover and allergies."
I have a story. My friend called me like a couple days ago, and he was like, "Yo, do you know one of our boys had COVID?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Not only did he have COVID, somebody else he knew had COVID too, and they was locked up like together, and this person wouldn't admit the whole time they had COVID." They said everything but COVID. Like when they call, like, you know, you're quarantined and you're calling and you might be going through the coughing and this. They knew they had COVID, but the whole time they were like, "We're gonna make it out of this," and I'm just too embarrassed to tell anybody we have COVID. So the person just kept it on.
Interesting.
They
COVID
quarantined
shame.
for 2 weeks. They're better now. They're all good. Person they were quarantined with is all good now too, but they were embarrassed to tell that they had COVID. And I thought about that, and I was like, wait. Is COVID something to be embarrassed about? And I was like, I thought the NBA players did a great job at coming out early on and being like, I'm positive. To not shame people, to let people know, hey, we can get through this as a people. It's not like you went out here and did whatever or sucked a dick and got COVID. It's like, no, you got COVID from whatever you touched or whatever it is. And I thought it was
It was
interesting.
also the beginning, so like you didn't really even know. Like one of my friends got COVID at the very beginning, but he was like, "Hey, this is real. I'm in New York City and I'm one of the first cases." But now it's like if
I
you
thought
got
he didn't get COVID.
no, one of my friends in New York.
Oh, it wasn't the dude that was like Instagram and
No,
shit?
that guy's in LA.
Okay.
But he was I think those first people to get it were like, "Hey, I got it. This is real. Beware." I didn't think so either. And now it's a little bit more like,
What was you doing?
yeah.
Oh, maybe it is that.
Yeah. It's like,
It wasn't the
I mean,
first
I don't
week.
think
That's right.
I don't think you should judge those people. And if you do get COVID, you go, "Hey guys, fucking either I didn't do the things that you were supposed to do, and this is real," or you go, "Hey, I was doing the things you were supposed to do, and I still got it. So be careful." I think it's your responsibility to tell people that.
It is.
And I don't judge you.
No, I don't even know how you would judge somebody like and be like, yeah, you know, me and him used to be cool until, you know, nigga got COVID and I had to cut the motherfucker off, man. Like the COVID shit was wild. No, it was a random story.
I could see social media people being like, "You're stupid. You got COVID because you went out. I told you not to go out."
social media people. I mean, I agree.
You know,
Could definitely see that.
that's part of the reason I didn't want to post while I was in San Francisco, because I didn't want people going, "You shouldn't be ever outside of your home ever." On my Instagram, I also didn't want to get COVID in later days, and people go, "I told you shouldn't have gone to here."
No, I think it's about practicing social distance and truly being more aware and observant to everything that's going on and being around you and being fucking clean. It's challenging people to be fucking clean as well. And that's cool too. I mean, but I don't think you should be embarrassed at all about getting COVID if you get COVID. Motherfuckers is getting COVID. COVID is a real thing. Next
For sure.
article.
Let's do it.
Woman quits job to breastfeed boyfriend full time. To each their own when it comes to what turns someone on, but the topic sometimes is slightly taboo to talk about because fetishes can be anything. So it's a little interesting to hear the most odd things that just absolutely do it for people, to the point where they adjust their entire lives to cater to their interests. And this one apparently isn't as common as we would think. ABR stands for Adult Breastfeeding Relationship, and for Jennifer Mulford, this is exactly the type of the relationship she has apparently always dreamed of. A former bartender from Atlanta, Georgia, Jennifer quit her job so that she can breastfeed her boyfriend Brad Leeson every 2 hours. You heard me right. Jennifer and Brad have a magical bond that stems from breastfeeding, and it's quite literally the foundation of their relationship, and that's not an exaggeration. Knowing she enjoys her breast being touched during sexual intercourse sparked her interest in ABRs, finding a deeper emotional bond in it than just pleasure. She used dating sites, ABR forums, and even posted an advert on Craigslist to find the perfect partner who would also enjoy adult breastfeeding. And yeah, this is the couple. This match made in heaven right there.
If he doesn't marry her after this is a problem. Let's just start with that. If he doesn't marry her, she's hoping to become. He should have already give her a promise ring or something. Also, every 2 hours, he eats a lot. Let's start with he eats a lot. She is not. She had to fucking manipulate the biology of her body to be able to fucking continue to produce milk. I think this is insane. I think that
also the title is she has to quit her job to pursue only this.
What does he do?
Also, she can't work from home and also breastfeed somebody every 2 hours. I don't know. It feels easy to me.
Yeah, it is.
I could be breastfeeding somebody right now.
But what if he like travels or goes somewhere alone?
Well,
does she pack a bottle?
I think
does
that's
she pack
what
a
it said
bottle
at the end.
It says she packs a bottle. No, she
pumps her breast, which is
pumping is pumping to get the milk out before, but like I guess it's a bottle from it. Is it just a cup?
It's kind of like a bottle.
Does he mix it in protein? He works out, she says.
She just has to continue pumping every 2 hours so her body continues to produce milk.
And also she's just storing the milk. She's just putting it in the refrigerator. He's just running through them. He's not eating them. I mean, drinking them.
Yeah, he needs to.
You're telling me he's not drinking the milk if she puts it in the fridge? He's definitely drinking the milk.
Oh, yeah.
We never covered her.
Yeah. Did we?
No, we had her twice. In 2 weeks, we never covered her.
I thought we did.
No. Alana's been pushing for this for 3 weeks now. She really wants that article to be talked about in this show.
So. Okay. First of all, I really admire these two people for understanding how fucked up they are and like articulating it really well. They're like, yeah, so I'm super fucked up. I just need someone to suck on my tit every 2 hours and I just want to breastfeed them. And it's for this fucked up psychological reason that I want to make other people jealous. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but I'm like super self-aware of what it is. And I'd like you to write an article about it.
And I hear that and I want to be on your side and I want to agree with you. And granted, she did say that she went on something or Craigslist and they met off Craigslist from
like, isn't that romantic? They had these same weird fetishes.
Yeah, I was gonna say because she posted this thing, so she obviously had this fetish before him or whatever. But it still feels rather abusive. It still feels like he's insane.
Who's abusing who?
Oh, I feel like he's abusing her.
I thought the story was about her wanting to produce milk and have somebody suck it every 2 hours.
I feel like that's what she's telling us the story is.
Oh, wow.
I feel like he is into milk and tits.
I thought the story was about her. She found out at a young age that she was into breastfeeding.
Is that real? At a young age? What did she have?
She said that
it didn't even say she has kids.
She seeked it out on forums. Well, maybe you don't want kids. I don't want her to have kids.
Well, I know. I'm more saying that how did you discover?
Because someone touched your boobs during sex and you're like, ah.
No, I'm saying
like
the milk thing. The milk thing, bro.
Oh, the milk thing, man.
She wasn't pregnant. So she hasn't had a kid. So how did she find out?
Some guy was like, you like that with your boobs? Can I drink it?
My point is she might not have had milk in her tit, Chris, if she's never been pregnant. How did she find out that she wanted to put milk in her tit to like you're saying that it was because a man said I'm saying I don't fucking know. This sounds weird. I'm saying that in what situation do you not have a child? You don't actually lactate at all. You don't actually have any milk coming from your breast at all, but yet you know you want to be in a relationship where you breastfeed. Why does she not have any kids is my question. She could have at least leaned on that and said my pregnancy that I went through, my ex-husband or my boyfriend loved to suck on my tits during the pregnancy and the milk, and I kind of enjoyed it too. We both enjoyed this fetish, and I wanted to find somebody else like that. That makes sense to me. I'm saying she has no fucking children, Chris.
I know.
Do you at least hear me?
I totally hear you.
Okay. Do you agree that this is crazy?
Are you kidding me? I 100% agree.
Now,
this
do
is
you
crazy.
also
but you're
understand
saying that
how I did at least get to the destination of maybe there's
I
some
actually
abuse?
was with you the entire time.
Okay, cool.
Oh no. Okay, so that's what I'm. So I think this article presents it like it was a fetish match made in heaven. But what you're saying
course.
is that
And
this
fucking
woman
90 Day Fiance
was dragged
presents it
in-
like they are looking for love.
Yeah, and they said that this man was dragged into intense. So this woman was dragged into this man's intense breastfeeding issues.
I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying
I want to see a documentary.
yeah, maybe we need that. I'm also saying that I wouldn't think it's such a far-fetched or a crazy world that I found out that this dude's super controlling, super abusive, and this is
That would be sad.
and she fucking works for him in like a milk sweatshop.
But it would also be weird if she just really wanted to do it. And she was like, come here, drink it. And he was like, all right.
I'm full.
Look, you seem...
I've had enough milk for weeks in 2 days. And she's like, drink more.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Is this whole? She's like, that's not how it works.
Is he allowed to eat other things?
That's what would he even need to? If he's drinking every 2 hours, if he's drinking milk and working out, he's good, bro.
It did say that she failed to mention his alpha maleness, which was a little bit like the...
This weed is so much shittier than that weed.
Did we switch?
Yeah, we switched.
Okay, here. My biggest thing is that I think the most unacceptable part of this is I don't think you need to quit your job. I think quitting your job to pursue your breastfeeding fetish that only takes 5-10 minutes every 2 hours is completely irresponsible.
I think if you was really a fucking business person, whatever your name is, wherever you are, you and your fucking boyfriend, pull up a seat. Then you would fucking realize that maybe it's not just you and your boyfriend are into this weird shit, and maybe you should only fans it and fucking make some breastfeeding money. Then you can quit your fucking job, stay home every 2 hours. People are like, yo, around the fucking clock, every 2 hours, we get a show. This is amazing. And then you're making a shit ton of money. And I just managed you. That's what just happened.
Wow.
I managed the breastfeeding lady. That happened here on this show.
Wow.
What's her name? I don't want to keep calling her breastfeeding lady. I respect my clients.
We are like live stream branding advisor. We got the
That's what somebody
Korean,
said to us, too,
the
didn't they?
Korean Football League.
Yeah, we're there. We fixed that shit.
we
It's going to transition to the
we
NBA.
fixed the fetish couple. We got you.
What if people really
we
start
got
taking
you
this
a
shit?
job doing what you love?
What if people really start taking this shit? Because it's like, look, guys, I may be high, but I also think that a lot of this shit is actually smart and innovative. And if you go back in the show, some of the shit is obviously fucking goofy and funny and silly. And there's also that you look back and like, that's actually really smart and could be done. And I wonder if there's anyone out there watching that's like, hey, Sterling, not only do I agree with you, I've been stealing your ideas. You know?
The High Prophet.
The High Prophet. I like that show way better.
Yeah.
You watch The Prophet?
I like The Prophet.
I
Yeah.
love The Prophet.
I've binged The Prophet a few
I
times.
didn't start you watching The Prophet, right?
I think you did.
I did. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like The Prophet.
I could go on a Prophet binge.
The Prophet is
I
great.
watched 4 seasons of Survivor since quarantine started.
Her name is Jennifer.
Wow. So you manage Jennifer now?
I manage Jennifer. Jennifer, call my people. As you call them, they will naturally become your people because I am your manager. So call my people and we'll get some stuff on the books and we're gonna take off. OnlyFans, breastfeeding. If there are other people who want to be in Jennifer's shoes,
We could connect you with another client of ours. You could be featured courtside
yes.
at the Korean Basketball League.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. We're working out. Well, we'll see if we can combine them. But we're doing
I
a
just
lot
really,
of really great
collabed
stuff.
it. What if we bottle up Jennifer's breast milk and make protein shakes? We take over the muscle milk market and we go to Korea and we test it on their players and see who performs better after drinking Jenny shakes. I don't fucking know what they call it.
Jennifer, like 15 years later, is like, this used to be my passion. And now I just have
No, she's just commercial as hell.
about this.
She's
milk.
on everything. She's selling grills somehow.
We had such a good relationship. It
I
all
thought that
fell
was a
apart.
funny joke. We're selling grills. Just as good as like, why do we buy a grill from George Foreman? He was a boxer. Stuff don't have to connect at all. Niggas be like, I'll buy that. I just think it's funny that Jennifer sells grills in the future. It's just like, did breast milk.
Do you think people had that grill and they were like, we're looking for a celebrity spokesman, and they at one point were like, I guess we're going with George Foreman, and it's
you don't
the
know how
George Foreman grill. And then it was like,
Wait, you don't
the
know how that
best-
came about?
No.
Hulk
Oh.
Hogan. Hulk Hogan was offered the deal. Hulk Hogan declined it. George Foreman was second in line. They did choose George Foreman second, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll just go with George Foreman." And George Foreman made like $500 million off the Foreman grill.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The
he
Foreman
did.
grill.
I've had.
It was
I
amazing.
bought 2 or 3 of them.
It was everything. It was the way you can get the driest fucking meat possible because niggas just press that bitch down. You had that shit in college. You fucking make a
For sure.
burger,
panini.
make a quick ass. Bro, it was amazing.
You bring a panini. up,
yeah.
people be like, you have a panini. You'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you in the game. Shout out to George Foreman. You want to come
Yeah.
on the show, bro? Let us know.
French serial killer expert admits he made up his experience, even the murder of his non-existent wife. A famous author in France, known as a serial killer expert, according to reports, divulged that most of his life and work are fake, including the murder of his non-existent wife. I have reached the moment of coming clean. My lies have weighed me down, 67-year-old Stéphane Bourgoin told Paris Match magazine. Sometimes I make films in my head. An online investigation from an anonymous forum, 4EME Oeil Corporation, discovered his lies. His name was attached to more than 40 crime books. He had claimed that he had interviewed more than 70 serial killers. Describing himself as a mythomaniac, he admitted he had no training with the FBI, never interviewed Charles Manson, and had not played professional soccer for the Parisian team Red Star. The story of his fake wife was based on Susan Bickrest, who he fleetingly knew before serial killer Gerard Stano murdered her in Florida in 1975. It was bullshit that I took on, he told the newspaper La Parisienne. I didn't want people to know the real identity of someone who is not my partner, but someone who I had met 5 or 6 times in Daytona Beach and who I liked. He confessed his lies were driven by his desire to be popular. I'm profoundly and sincerely sorry. I am ashamed of what I did. It's absolutely ridiculous.
He's regarded as France's best-known serial killer expert and lectured police on the subject. He's lectured police. Hey, let's get into it, Chris.
This is insane.
Let's get into it, Chris.
This is insane.
This is hilarious, though. I'm going to tell you why it's crazy. I'm going to tell you why it's really, really crazy. Not only did he, lie,
He's 60.
and he lived the full-ass lie, he played with people's lives. The police were coming to him asking him questions about killers in which he had no real answers.
And he goes, here's what I know about killers.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of things he made up in his head, which is really psychopath.
Because it doesn't even say that he at least studied serial killers. It says he was just no,
Here's what I would do.
nope, fictional, wrote it all.
It's like the police come to him and they're like, so what do you think happened? Well, here's what I would do. What do you mean, here's what I would do?
Yeah, I thought they presented him real evidence that he probably really has blood
This
on his
one's
hands.
fun.
Yeah, he probably really has blood on his hands. I feel like this dude is insane. This dude is fucking insane. 67, it took you this long for you to be like, all right, enough is enough.
All right, I never had a wife.
Yeah, not only did I know
Me
none of
get a
that,
wife?
I never
I-
got married.
I have a murderer personality. I cannot get a wife. So I just had to tell everyone my wife was murdered.
Like what? He said the murder of his non-existent wife. Or does she just not exist because he murdered her? I'm joking.
Yeah. Also, what came first, his serial killer addiction, like his expertise on serial killers, or
His love for writing.
lie?
Like love for writing.
Because I can imagine him on first dates and they're like, so what do you like to do? And he's like, well, I'm really into serial killers.
See, I feel like he's probably like, I'm really into writing. I just don't know about what. I love writing. It's the way I express myself. I just don't know where to go. Where do I draw
Sometimes I
inspiration?
wish, like-
I feel like Forensic Files came on and he was like, I can
only-
write these.
If I could find a woman to marry who would die. So you think he wanted to write them and then was like, and what's a compelling story for me? My wife was killed by a serial
Killer. I think that was his start. I think that's probably his first book. If I had to guess right now, his first book was My Wife Was Killed by a Serial Killer. He definitely didn't get his wife killed by a serial killer on number 30, edition number 33 being released. My wife was killed last week, right in time for the book signing.
It's kind of weird for somebody to go like,
You're like, oh no, my wife died yesterday. I go on tour tomorrow. You're like, yeah, I'm selling a book. Selling a fucking book. I killed my wife. So what? She doesn't even exist. What are you guys crying about? She never was real. No one died. How about that?
no, he said somebody did die, but he never was friends with her. She was just like,
not his wife.
no.
The wife he only met a couple times.
No, the person he pretended that was his wife was actually killed.
I thought y'all was saying literally the wife was just non-existent. I didn't even hear that bit of the article.
Yeah, so it was a real person,
It was a real person.
murder,
She just wasn't his wife.
but for some reason nobody went, wait, were you really married?
I literally drew such a better story in my head, a funnier story of the wife not being a real person. And he's just like, I just write. So I wanted to make up this story of this thing happening. It's like, no, he still drew from a real thing. He drew from a lady he knew.
Yeah,
that
well,
died.
somebody that he like had
And
a
she was
crush
killed by a
on
serial
and
killer.
met a few times. Yeah, and was killed by.
It's close enough. I've seen people exaggerate.
And he was like, yeah, it was my
I
girlfriend.
had plans on fucking her.
Maybe it just got out of control. Maybe he was like, yeah, this girl I met
Did you even know
got
her?
killed by a serial killer, and people were like, oh, interesting, weird. And he's like, no, like a girl I like dated, and people were like, oh,
Every
interesting.
party, he wrote another page.
He was like, well, yeah, my girlfriend was killed by a serial killer. People were like, interesting. And he was like, yeah, I'm a serial killer expert.
Oh.
I found what I need to write about.
Yeah.
And then
They
it's
said
like,
it would come. I asked
Yeah.
God to deliver.
my longtime girlfriend killed by a serial killer.
Yeah.
And people were like, interesting. He's like, one time he went. And, you know, my wife was killed by a serial killer. And somebody was like, that is insane. And he's like, yeah, my wife. She was my wife.
That is the book.
I found what I need to write about.
That is insane, though, ma'am. That is the book.
Damn it, Stefan. You're a writer.
Like, what the fuck, man? First of all, does this person that actually died, the real person, does she not have a family? Did no one step up and say, yeah, that never happened?
Also,
He never got married to my sister.
also, the publishing company was not like, let's fact check any of this.
Anything, just anything he's talking about. I just hate the fact that he really was working with police officers on solving real mysteries. He was in way too deep. The fact that he is 67, he's probably been retired for 30 years, and then he's like, oh yeah, this stuff has been weighing on my conscience too much. Today is a day. It's like, you lasted for so long in the game of manipulation, my friend. You dropped 75 books before you said, too far.
And probably had
Too far.
I probably had so many party conversations because he also was like, and I was lying about my interview with Charles Manson. Like that, he told that story so many times. His interview with Charles Manson that he just made up.
He knows the story. He's a stand-up. He's a stand-up. He knows where he needs to get in his fucking bit. He's like,
Who wants to talk about psychopaths?
Yeah. He just walks up at the party.
I love to lie about psychopaths. I don't know what it means about me.
But yeah, that's probably how he probably really went out and just literally told stories. And that way he would write. He would just probably freestyle write, and he would go into the clubs and tell. I made him a clubber. I don't know why. He's a writer that works best in fucking EDM environment.
A lot of serial killers are actually clubbers. That's why I go to the club.
He literally goes to the club for inspiration, and he just makes up fucking fake stories about serial killers and fucking murders that he's heard or knows, and he's an expert. And every time he just writes a new book, 75 books, you got to draw inspiration from everywhere.
I think he also does do research, but doesn't actually meet the people. He just makes that shit up. So he just like has a big knowledge of psychopaths. And so he's probably also like, well, at least I'm not killing anyone. I'm just lying to everybody about shit.
Yeah, man.
He's probably a really complicated individual.
Yeah. Was he on his deathbed anyway? Like, why did he decide today was it? He made enough money. He doesn't have to fucking give back any of the money. Sir, you made us believe you knew about serial killers.
Just want to tell you guys, I am the ultimate fake news, and I've been pulling it off for the past 40 years.
And the last 2 years I've been shooting a documentary. Reveal the cameras. He reveals the cameras. Everything around him was around.
I hope so.
I hope he did.
I hope so.
I would love to watch his documentary.
Wow. I hope there's a documentary.
Is there not a documentary?
And if there
is not a documentary, me and Chris will produce your documentary 100%.
And I hope we got it right of how it happened. Of his slow. It's such a psychopath. I think it'd be a really fun character.
It would. My wife was murdered by a serial killer.
He's a real psychopath.
He was never married. That was not his wife. That wasn't even his girlfriend.
And he made a career out of it.
He made millions. He sold millions of books.
By the story that his wife was murdered by a serial killer.
You know how many women, and I don't want to get into this, and I want to make this what it's all about, because not what it's all about. But this guy sounds crazy. You know how many women probably gave him the box off the strength of just his expertise in serial killers? And the fact that who he was, and he was a rich author from writing for serial killers, and he probably would talk to women about this stuff, and they'd probably be like, oh my God, that's crazy. This dude is like so smart.
I don't know, he's a psycho, but I love it.
I love it, yeah. And then
he's a psycho, but he loves psychos.
And then like now you find out he's not even really a psycho. I fucked that regular guy.
No, he's more of a psycho. He's 10 times more of a psycho.
He is more of a psycho. Yeah.
He's a psycho.
But you still liked him more when he felt closer.
Or he's just a PR expert, which is also a psycho.
Yeah, but he felt closer to the real game. You know, he felt more like, he felt realer. Like he felt like, oh, to that girl. She was like, oh my God, this guy really like is 1 degree away from being close to psychopaths. You interviewed Charles Manson. Who else did you say? Oh my God, you're not scared of that?
And
you went in there, they didn't have him with cuffs on?
And it's also...
You're making this whole thing up.
And it's also that if he's like, yeah, if he goes, I love psychopaths, people are like, that's weird. But if he's like, the reason I'm so fascinated with psychopaths is that a psychopath killed my wife.
And I won't stop.
Everyone would be like, oh my God, let me listen to you. It's a great PR.
It is. Hey. We will say this much: you're a shitty person, but well played.
We'd like to hire you for our firm.
We're all about changing the world.
That's insane.
That is insane.
That guy's a.
Why don't you take this joint from me, bro? I will finish it.
Okay.
Trump refusing to unveil Obama's White House portrait, report says. Washington, D.C. President Trump will be skipping the traditional unveiling ceremony of the official White House portrait of President Obama, according to a new report. NBC News said people familiar with the matter said the unveiling event is not on the calendar and may not happen at all while Trump is in office. Presidential portrait unveilings are one of the 3 events that bring former presidents together. This level of animosity between a sitting president and his predecessors is unprecedented in modern history, Kate Anderson Brower, author of Team of 5, The President's Club in the Age of Trump, told CNN. During the traditional unveiling ceremony, sitting presidents have invited former presidents to the White House for the event. Obama hosted George W. Bush in 2012. Bush hosted Bill Clinton in 2004. Clinton hosted George H.W. Bush in 1995. And the elder Bush hosted Ronald Reagan in 1989. The unveiling ceremony has been a White House tradition for 40 years, since 1978. Obama and Trump have only met outside of the presidency once at the funeral for George H.W. Bush in 2012.
Okay, so maybe I need to. What's Obamagate exactly?
So Obamagate is a phrase that Trump just started using without being specific of what he was talking about at all.
Okay.
And then he one of the reporters asked him, in your Mother's Day tweets, you said you accused President Obama of the biggest political crime in modern history.
Those pants.
What exactly is that crime? And he went, you know what the crime is. You know what the crime is, and you don't report it. And he was like, what exactly is the crime? And he's like, oh, you'll be hearing a lot about it. As long as you don't lie about it. Obamagate. People are going to be talking about Obamagate. And doesn't just say what it is.
I love it.
Doesn't label what it is.
I love it.
It's just
From the branding standpoint, Trump, you continue to wow me, man.
And everybody, guess what? Everybody's talking about it because you have to talk about it
because you're gonna be talking about it.
The president said it. So he can just go and say something, and people are like, "What is Obamagate?"
It's literally the biggest abusive manipulation tactic to use on somebody to be like, you know what you did. And you just know that person fears you or doesn't know what to fucking know. So they're just like, okay, I don't know what they did.
And you lie about it.
Whoa! Are we lying? What's going on? We have to talk about this thing. So the idiots who are listening to it are like, wait, what's this thing? What's this thing? And it's like, he could literally have nothing. He probably has nothing. He's literally just saying, I'm going to allow you to draw up whatever story you want in your brain. Cheers. I hope it's a serial killer novel.
It's the same serial killer guy mindset. It's the same serial killer
guy. It's the same fucking thing.
So people think that Obamagate, and then you're right. That's what it makes people do. Is like, I guess it might be this.
Yeah, you start look. Barack is probably at the crib being like, I guess that was. Is he talking about this shit?
But when they found out that it's so fucking. I don't know if I'm gonna kill it all around nailing every fucking specific.
You don't have to.
But when they found out that that somebody from the government might be communicating with Russia, they needed to find out who that was. So they are allowed to, the presidency is allowed to do that when they find out that the foreign governments are talking to Americans to see if they're spies, basically. So they trace that back to Michael Flynn, who admitted to all of this under oath. And that was traced back to the Donald Trump campaign. And so I think Donald Trump is basically saying, Obama, he said it before, Obama's wiretapping me and spying on me. And it's worse than Watergate because he's hacking into my stuff. But really what he did was he just investigated who was talking to a foreign government, which is also illegal. And it led back to Trump.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's what people think it is. They're like, I don't know, it might be that. But now they're investigating that and going, yeah, nothing was technically against the rules here. This is all you might be not into the government being able to hack into people, but they can in circumstances like that, especially when they find out that he was actually communicating with.
I think that we that might have been a perfect fucking segue, Chris. You might be fucking brilliant.
Senate votes to allow FBI to look at your web browsing history without a warrant. Fuck. The U.S. Senate has voted to give law enforcement agencies access to web browsing data without a warrant, dramatically expanding the government's surveillance power in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. The power grab was led by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell as part of a reauthorization of the Patriot Act, which gives federal agencies broad domestic surveillance powers. Senators Ron Wyden and Steve Daines attempted to remove the expanded powers from the bill with a bipartisan amendment. But in a shock upset, the privacy-preserving amendment fell short by a single vote after several senators who would have voted yes failed to show up to the session, including Bernie Sanders. 9 Democratic senators also voted no, causing the amendment to fall short of the 60-vote threshold it needed to pass. The Patriot Act should be repealed in its entirety, set on fire, and buried into the ground, Evan Greer, the deputy director of the Fight for the Future, told Motherboard. It's one of the worst laws passed in the last century, and there is zero evidence that the mass surveillance programs it enables have ever saved a single human life.
That's fucking stupid.
That's horrible. How is this not getting more press?
How is this not getting more press?
Why are we breaking this? Who would trust us with this news? Thank you, Vice. Shit.
Yeah, I have not heard about this at all.
Me either.
And it also seems like it shouldn't have passed, and then it passed. Yeah, the Patriot Act is bullshit. And to extend it to, you can just look, without a warrant, you can see what anybody was searching on the internet.
First of all,
for no reason.
Yeah, but then also, like, do you even want to trust someone like, I hate to say it, like our president with that kind of power to just look into, I mean, it's a government period, but to just look into whatever and whatever, you can shut down whoever you deem a threat. So if you're just having someone search stuff that you just don't like, or like if I was to search from the government's eyes because the FBI shut them down, I hate to go here, but if I was to search the Black Panther Party for no reason, just wanted to do my history and look into the Black
They
Panther
now
Party.
have a record.
They
that
could
you've
say, oh, I
searched
started the
him.
Black Panther Party, so he's a threat because we shut them down, and you'd be like, wait, what? This is crazy.
Any reason the government wants,
Any reason,
without
fam.
a warrant, they can search what your internet search
You know what
history
any
is
reason means? No reason.
for no reason.
They're not saying
Those
like,
FBI
oh, we have
agents-
plausible. Oh, we feel as though something is happening. We have to read. At least if you were like, we got this evidence, so this got us the right to search. Whatever.
No, there are two
You're-
guys just sitting,
You
next
being
to a
like,
computer.
what do you think this person?
Try Usher.
Yeah.
Usher. What does Usher look at the internet?
Yeah. Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
scary, man.
That's super scary.
I mean, like, I don't know if they're trying to.
Because you watch porn, Chris, and guess what? If you watch porn, we've all been down a rabbit hole.
You don't need to start defending yourself.
I'm
yet.
joking.
Look, we've all been down a rabbit hole.
I'm joking.
No, I mean,
That's crazy. It really is. It really is crazy. It's insane.
I wonder, they could get, in my Wikipedia, they could find some weird things. But it's because sometimes I play Wikipedia Wars. You ever play Wikipedia Wars?
What's that even
Have I
mean?
ever played that with you? You find, like, you go like, let's try to go from Hitler to Barney, but just by clicking things. And then you race somebody. It's the nerdiest game I've ever made up, but it's really fun.
Oh, you made it up.
Yeah.
You didn't say you made it up. The way you even explained it was like,
It's a
you've
real
never
game.
played this game. You literally said to me, I think verbatim, you've never played this game.
Yeah, everybody knows that game.
Yeah, you really sold it to me there.
You never played Big Wikipedia Wars?
No.
No, you wind up in weird holes, you know. Even just searching Wikipedia.
Are you just challenging me to a Wikipedia war? Right now?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Let's play Wikipedia Wars and bingo. The next special one will be a games heavy one. I don't know what to do about this. I feel
Yeah.
very overwhelmed. I feel like privacy is being violated.
And people are quarantined, like they said. That was funny, but it's also true.
I don't think the government should have the right to do that. And I don't like...
Where are we headed?
I don't-
Can you control now what we search, period?
Dell just got integrated a lot into a bunch of wine and weed podcast jokes. We're like working
They're
with the government.
listening.
Search their internet history.
Yeah.
That's what it'll wind up turning into.
Yeah.
It won't be them searching. I mean, are they also already searching our internet history to advertise to us?
Yeah. Yeah. But we don't want them to tell us. We don't want them to tell us, Chris. Now we got to do something about it.
Like, someone's already watching you, but now they're watching you with the intent to get you in trouble.
It's like, you know, the NSA is watching you. You're more like, I don't want you to tell me you watching me. Now I got to fight back, nigga. Now I got to do something about it. I knew you were peeping at me, you fucking weirdo peeping Tom. But now you just exposed yourself, so I got to put my tits away.
Also, it's like constantly obvious that advertisers are talking to us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's constantly like they're spying on us all the time, but at least they're trying to help me. Sounds like you guys are just trying to get me in trouble by searching my internet history.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
in
don't see
trouble.
anything.
I love that you think your internet history gets you in trouble.
I just think that there's no other reason for them to search. For
No, this
that.
is true. This is true. Unless you just want to just be like, unless you just like giving out that position to the wrong people too, and they're just like TMZ reports, boom, 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 government official, Chris Reinacher searches, bleach buttholes.
Dude, you're 100%. If I was a government official searching bleach buttholes, somebody could like be like, I'm gonna sell this to TMZ.
Yeah.
Because I work at the government,
and I'll make that
really easy for me to search what you're searching without a warrant.
Doom, doom, doom. Oh my God, Rob Deerdeck. We have butthole pictures. You're like, why does Rob Deerdeck have butthole pictures? Doom, doom, doom. It's like they're just searching all our shit now, man.
Butthole pictures. Yeah, it would more be like Rob searches for butthole. Like they can only
but I
find
think
it
it's
in search.
funnier. Just Rob's butthole picture.
So you're like, how is this identifiable? It's just a picture of a butthole.
He's talking. It's a video.
Wait, this person's just watching ridiculous.
This is just ridiculous.
Oh, you just made me watch a butthole. I think it'd be really funny to send TMZ random videos of people's buttholes and tell them it's famous people's buttholes.
That's really funny.
And just be like, you got to watch it. I promise if you watch the whole thing, there's proof.
I think that should literally be our request. Hey, why don't we, listeners, fellas? It's hilarious. Send pictures or videos of your buttholes to TMZ and say it's whatever famous person. And I would love Mitch Mac buttholes. I like buttholes that you just fucking make it somebody else's butthole. I don't fucking care whose butthole you make it. But please just write us in the comment section and say we did it for you.
I sent an email to TMZ.
We'll go famous on TMZ. TMZ be like, yo,
picture.
we get so many butthole pictures now because of Wine and Weed. Our show blow up. All you guys are always saying, you know what, I hate that this channel isn't bigger. You can make it bigger. Send your butthole pictures
to
TMZ.
and tell them that it's a famous person's butthole.
Oh,
Please.
and for one day, you can be a famous person. Your
Because
butthole is somebody else's.
It'll be a community of buttholes. And the funniest part about this is that you will have made a TMZ employee watch
Your butthole
your butthole.
in action and whatever it's doing.
We got an onslaught of buttholes. If my legacy could be that a lot of people made TMZ look at a bunch of
Butthole pictures? I swear I believe. The only reason TMZ wouldn't post us maybe if this really blew up. Why don't we had like 10,000 butthole pictures sent to fucking TMZ? The only way TMZ wouldn't post it is if they just hated that we said in this video, hey, that'd be cool if we got big off TMZ posting the fact that they might be like, no, fuck that. You're not going to get big off that. You sent us butthole pictures.
They might be like, touche.
We went through all of those butthole pictures. Because y'all got to make the subject line when you send the picture just the celebrity's name and say pics. And don't say exclusive pics. Just say that celebrity's name that you're claiming is butthole and exclusive pics. Don't say butthole picture because then they won't open it. Because they'll be like another butthole picture. But if you're like, yo, exclusive Brad Pitt pics. And they get in there and you're like, butthole pics. It's like they at least are like, another butthole. This guy got me too.
I like that after the 100th one, they're like still watching the videos.
They're opening like something's gonna be real.
Wait, we'll have one celebrity send them a real butthole.
This one's a lady just breastfeeding her husband.
We're like, yeah, we thought it'd be good for her brand. If you could work,
we manage her. We thought it'd be cool. We thought it'd be really cool for her to put her tits next to butthole pics. Milk and cookies.
I just imagine a stadium of hacked TV screens of a bunch of people's buttholes. Like during the middle of an NBA game.
That's what's gonna happen. No, that's why they make you.
No,
they don't let you have your live face there. They make you do like a picture face, an avatar, like your avatar there. That's swaggy, your avatar there for real though.
You mean like you're
like it's like your passport picture.
You're like a little wee.
No, it's like your passport picture. It's always your head. It's a passport.
That's creepy as fuck. There's just a bunch of still images of people.
What I'm saying is you don't want it to be a live image. You're gonna see too many dicks, Chris. We're going to have a delay on that.
Yeah.
And that person might even fucking pay a lot of money to have his face first and then surprise dick you.
You need a face filter.
You're going to
So
be like,
if it doesn't-
fuck, man.
You just need a little Snapchat face filter. So if it doesn't recognize the face, it goes to
Bro, did you see LeBron?
avatar.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Hey, bro, did you see LeBron hit the game winner? No, nigga, the dude put a dick on the screen. I fucking lost concentration.
LeBron is like, I almost made it, but
The
then
dick.
one of the fans on the other side pulled out a dick.
It was a picture of my dick. It was a great heckle. It was LeBron's picture of his dick.
Wait, that's
The
my
government was searching my shit.
LeBron's like, that's my butthole. All the screens are a picture of my butthole.
LeBron, that's your butthole? It says it in the subject line.
How do you know? How do you know that's your butthole, LeBron? Oh no, it's just a wine and weed fan.
Oh, another one and we fan.
Look, guys, if you want to make this a reality, just send your buttholes to
And I would even go as far as,
TMZ tips
you know,
gmail.com.
just know y'all, we go like and CC us.
BCCS.
Yeah, BCCS, yeah.
Oh, please BCCS.
Yeah,
BCC Wine and Weed Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, BCCS.
If you send your butthole, we don't want to see your butthole, but we just want to see that you've sent it to GMZ. But don't send, like, I don't
This
know.
just in.
Just ask for their butthole pic.
Podcasters Steelo Brim and Chris Reinacher arrested for soliciting butthole pictures. We didn't know butthole pictures were illegal.
We looked at your search history. All your butthole
It
pics.
says I was searching within my mail though.
Yeah, we can see that. We can see all of it.
Lots and lots of buttholes. Let's just say that. What did you guys find? Do you want to comment what you found? We found, let's just say, thousands of buttholes. And we ourselves, we Google image searched them, all different buttholes, we must say.
There is a terabyte of buttholes.
At least. Oh, let's Dan. Dan has the external of buttholes. Can you bring the external?
You
over
guys
here?
looked at every single file on the terabyte?
Yeah.
We had to verify it. Yeah, I did that. I'm actually a butthole expert. I'm writing a book.
And we went through it, and we will say this much: believe it or not, one of those was Rob your next butthole. Rob, thank you for listening to the Wine and Weed podcast. Oh God.
All right. Well, what is Wrigley doing? right
Wrigley
now?
loves you, bro. Oh, she smelled Hendrix. She's really keen with smell. She does
Yeah,
not
I think
like.
so.
Yeah, she smells it up.
I also want them to hook up.
What kind of cuckold shit are you into? You said that's your wife. Now you want her and Hendrix to hook up?
Yeah.
We know what you've been searching, sir.
Well, we'll see you next week. Is that our show?
That feels like it.
Yeah, I
but
think
I
so.
thought we had like one big ass article that we didn't do. But also, I'm okay with leaving on that note. We went over government search. No, this is fine.
Yeah, I think we did good.
We did a fucking great job. I tried to not let us leave, but Chris, we did an amazing job.
We did an amazing job.
I'm proud of you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too.
We did a
I
good
feel like
job.
we had a lot of great ideas about
We did.
how society can be ran in these post-corona days.
Very innovative show. If you take any of our ideas off this show, at least give us credit. And like just give us fucking like 10% or whatever.
Not
it
the
is.
butthole part though. Don't give us credit for that.
If
like-
it makes you money. I want 10%. All right. Until next week, we out this bitch.
Zip it up and zip it out. I got to say it this time. It was fun.